I like those shoes.
Are we on? Oh, thank you. We both
Yep.
we both rock
same.
very similar Nike. Me and Jake are on the Nike. It's any comfort shoe really.
Yeah.
Because my feet are hurting these days. I don't know about Jake's more for comfort in general.
Yeah, I like comfort. When we were younger, we tried to fit into, I don't know what a band would be. We used to wear dress shoes on stage. And now as we approach the young age of 30, I think we're all feeling it a little bit. So
You're all approaching 30?
yeah. But with touring for 10 years, that's like extra 20, so like 50, I guess,
That's
is
true.
like where we're
That's
at.
true. You guys your wear and tear is a little bit higher.
But
than usual.
I've actually graduated. I was wearing these for a while, but I found some hiking boots that I really like, and I've been wearing those on stage. A lot of support.
Yeah.
I feel like powerful in them.
Yeah.
A lot of,
Stomp down on stuff.
I don't even stomp anymore because I use MIDI to change all my stuff mostly. So I just stand, I guess.
Yeah.
Engage the core as my training says.
All right. Well, we're here with Eric and Jacob from Young the Giant, and I think this is a Coffee and Riffs. Yeah, we kind of just threw some stuff in front of you, rather than letting you choose very much, which isn't really fair. But thanks for being good sports about it.
I felt good about it.
Yeah, the handoff collaboration was nice.
Yeah,
That
sometimes
doesn't
it's
happen a lot.
sometimes it's we do these things sometimes, and with two guitar players, we're always like, okay, like how do we make this the least awkward thing possible?
Yeah.
And then we end up making it more awkward usually, but but yeah, it got spicy, got juicy.
Very spicy.
Some
Sleepy
words for
spice.
it. Sleepy spice.
Yeah. What's more important, clean underwear or clean socks?
Clean
I
underwear
think
for
underwear.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
But that being said,
I guess if you were in a pinch, you could like fashion a sock to be underwear, but it'd be kind of weird, like Chili Pepper style.
the rare times that I go underwear less is actually a refreshing moment.
Sure.
When I if you jump in the pool, you don't have board shorts, you jump in a body of water with your underwear on, and then you wear your pants on afterwards with no underwear. Every
Summertime
once in a blue moon.
vibes.
But
Have you ever played a show with no underwear on?
well, we've played a couple shows in bathing suits, but that's
Oh, yeah, I guess that counts.
Yeah. Just got the net.
One of the early shows we played was our singer went to Stanford for a couple years, to Stanford University, and there was a party at Stanford that we got booked to play called Erotic Exotic. Exotic Erotic. No erotica. Exotic erotica. But it was a party where everyone was supposed to wear underwear.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Jake were really, I mean, maybe not shy, but we were a little embarrassed, so we wore board shorts.
Yeah, that
And
seems permissible.
it was pretty silly.
Yeah, it's in the Playboy's like top 10 parties to go to, and after experiencing it, I guess it's a good time if you're in college.
I mean, we were young.
I would not do that now.
I don't know if we'd be invited back.
Yeah.
a lot of,
This is a weird dick
a
twist.
lot of discomfort at this age to go to something like that.
Yeah, we've been playing since we were young, so we definitely had the full band experience growing up, which is really cool because I think a lot of bands that we meet on the road at this point have all formed in like their later 20s and stuff, and everyone's very health conscious. And I mean, we were even back in the day, but I feel like we've done the whole thing. We did the high school shows to college shows to small bars, and
The whole run.
the whole run. Well, almost. We haven't quite got to the last tier, I guess, but maybe we're going there. I don't know. Maybe not.
Casinos?
So normally you guys, your live rig is one thing, and then there's probably another thing that's more experimental. So it's probably at home, or it's a little setup of some sort that you can take around with you. What I guess what is that like? What does that look like for you?
I think both Eric and I are big audiophiles, obviously, and I think touring rigs have become kind of like utility belts of like, okay, like we did this on the record, how do I do this live, but also think about the other things that I have to facilitate. And then at home is where I kind of have the pedals that are near and dear to my heart that I don't want to take out on the road for, you know, wear and tear, because things do break if you step on them 250 times. So yeah, I think at home I have like more OG pedals like that I just don't want to die.
Yeah.
But I think we both have like at this point just pedals that are better in their studio setting. So like I really like this horn pedal, and you know, fuzz is actually a very difficult thing live, not so much in the studio, but I was just saying earlier, this is the perfect pedal to have at home if you want to do a fuzz tone, because it's that EQ on there is like instant gratification. You have to go into the computer and kind of carve out the right frequencies for it to work. Yeah, I guess there's like several worlds that we got going on.
Yeah, for me, it's the, like Jake said, the touring rig is kind of like how do we play the songs that we put on the records, plus like a little experimentation, like a little bit of room for like stuff that, you know, we can explore, like having pedals that do more than just what is on the record. And then at home, I really like making little pedal boards, and I'm constantly changing out things on my little pedal boards to kind of like the goal is like the ultimate pedal board, you know. And so, but then it's also always changing. But also, like Jake said, like some of the pedals, like some like the mode delay pedal, like these pedals that we kind of want to keep at home, and like find a delay that does something really similar in a much smaller, you know, enclosure. But then I also really like collecting old pedals, lots of chorus pedals. But one of my favorite chorus pedals is the Reflector for sure. And yeah, so there's like a couple little pedal boards at home that I'll either run through synths or through guitars, and then the touring rig definitely has like more utility stuff plus a little bit of fun.
So yeah, I guess that kind of a follow-up question of that is like, when you've recorded something and it has a very specific sound to it, you know, and nowadays, if you go deep into something like the Mood pedal or things that there just aren't a lot of effects that have that specific voice or function, do you, when you get out on the road and you're playing live, do you guys kind of lean more towards settling on like, okay, well I need a flanger-ish sound here, and this flanger, that'll do. It covers it for like a live sound thing.
I think a good example of that for our stuff is on the last record, so not Mirror Master, but Home with the Strange, the song America actually has a bunch of like weird loops and stuff that I made and we like sliced up and put in there. And some of it is just like, we have sampled and we put into our tracks rig now, and I play like all of the leads and the ping-pongy stuff like I did on the H9, and I play that live every night, all the pitch stuff. But there's certain things in between sections that we added that it just can't physically play and recreate. So, you know, there's definitely like a give and take where if something's just like without our reach, or, you know, there's only 4 of us playing instruments on the stage, so like if we're all busy, it's like, okay, we use it very sparingly, but sometimes we'll have to throw something in a track just to give it the right presence live, which if we didn't play it, it would just kind of feel empty. We actually, like, the other night we had America, the tracks went down in America, and we just kept playing, and I was really proud of this. I was like, yeah, we can still play without this stuff. But it was funny, in the pockets where there's space and there's stuff going on, like more ethereal stuff, like it did feel empty, and I think it's just because I'm used to it being there. But yeah, once in a while we'll have to cheat. We can't do that. But actually that mode pedal, is it Mood or Mode? Mood. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. But yeah, that guy I think that could make it onto a pedal board for live. I know, maybe the whole record's just bird. Next record is just bird sounds.
That pedal feels like it's a little bit hard to maybe recall exact sounds for me personally, but also it feels like anything that you put through it and play, it's not going to be so alarming or assaulting if it's wrong, which is kind of a nice thing. It's like,
I think with I was just gonna say, I think with something like that, it's almost, if you use it as something ambient in a record setting, something that's kind of blipping and blooping in the background, then it's actually, if you do utilize it in a live setting, it's really cool that it wouldn't be the same
that makes sense.
as on the record, because it's kind of in its essence, it is like a random kind of thing. But that's also another thing, like going back to like how to kind of replicate the sounds on a record live, is like you try to like get as close to it as you can if you're not using the pedal that you utilize or the pedal chain that you utilize. But it's just fun figuring out how to do things like, you know, if for example, if something on the mood or ended up on a song, like triggering those sounds, or on a sampler or something, something that, it's really fun to kind of figure out how to translate like the record into the live setting.
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
What inspired all the artwork on your pedals? It seems like, don't take this the wrong way, but it seems like kind of a bad dream.
Oh, yeah. I think maybe we exist in bad dream space. I think early on, so Black Fountain, Haunt, Dark Star, Procession-ish kind of stuff, all kind of felt like their own sort of movie.
There Will Be Blood.
As well as like, if you were developing like a character, so the Procession is like a sci-fi reverb sort of sound.
The Black Fountain's like your spaghetti western, There Will Be Blood vibe.
Yeah. I think that they subconsciously a lot of times take on sort of the persona of how they sound, and that's cool. What we may have an idea for the artwork, but we always hand it off to a different artist and tell them the name and sort of the sound and everything, and they can.
That's what we do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have an artist, Rob Sato, that's done the art for our last two records, and he kind of does exactly what you just said. He kind of interprets it himself, and I feel like inspires us. Like, I think for us, Home of the Strange was such a success was because Rob was able to visualize what we were expressing to him, like just emotionally what was going on politically at the time, and then also sonically. And then I think like that combination is what made it and why it resonated with people so well. I'm hoping the same thing's happening with Mirror Master, but time will tell.
That's awesome. Let's call it Coffee and Riffs.
Sounds good. Thank you.
We've taken up a lot of your time, so
It's been a good hang.
Thanks for just going with it.
It's nice not to be on the bus.
Yeah, that's fun.